TED talk about the Marshmallow Challenge, which is a really fantastic 3-minute talk about that. And then we also have lots of assessment tools. So what we've been asking you to do in this short exercise is work it out for yourself. But obviously there are grids and questionnaires you can fill in to find out what your strength is and get the answers to know where you sit best. Also, if we go up, I think, you see that when we have the time, we look at managing conflict, and within here are huge amounts of information about how best to manage conflict, lots of different ideas, and some fantastic, if we go up again, we can see the sticky notes, so causes of conflict, and then we look at communication. So there are lots of, it's much further up, I think. So we have some sticky notes for ideas for communication, and again there are lots of elements that we can play with this. And then the very last part of this presentation, way down at the very bottom, is something that we call the inspirational wall. We also have tools so we can take this out into the field, and when you're back in your offices, if you have a problem with a team, you can communicate with one another and say this issue has arisen, and use the training team that you had to explore and use them as your coaches if you like. And then the last thing is our inspirational wall, which when we're doing brainstorming and thinking, we can have all of these inspiring and peculiar pictures that just help shift you from your outside external work into this dynamic space. So we will finish in our e-reel simulation, and I know that some of you have to go, so this is the end of the training element. But what we'd like to do is do some question and answers outside and just finish it with anything that you would like to ask us, or anything else you'd like to know. And that we can have a seat too and relax a bit out in our alternative space. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much for attending the